Good afternoon to you and welcome to Baina Midday News, coming to you live from Atomic Junction, Benab House, Medina. My name is Sherifatu Ayuba. Coming up this afternoon, NDC shakes up Central Region with suspension of chairman and Asin Central Secretary. NAT accuses government of playing politics with education, and Bawumia gaining support among first-time voters, says Global Info Analytics. Details of the stories comes up shortly. Remember, we're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube at Baina TV. Moving on to our first story. A recent poll conducted by Global Info Analytics has revealed that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the New Patriotic Party's flag bearer, is gaining significant support among first-time voters. This trend, according to the polling firm, indicates a shift in voter sentiment, especially among the younger demographic, as the 2024 election draws closer.
Musa Dankwa, the executive director of Global Info Analytics, in a media interview disclosed that the survey sampled over 7,000 respondents and found that a substantial majority of young people view Dr. Bawumia as the most suitable candidate to lead Ghana. Musa Dankwa noted that the NPP flag bearer's recent nationwide campaign tour has not only rejuvenated the party but has also played a crucial role in boosting his popularity. He further emphasized that first-time voters will be the deciding factor in the upcoming December general elections. According to Musa Dankwa, Dr. Bawumia is now at par with John Mahama at 44% each, adding that whoever is able to win the minds and hearts of first-time voters will win this election, since the 2024 election will be decided by young voters.
The National Democratic Congress has announced a 1-month suspension for its Central Region chairman, Prof. Richard Kofi Esiedu, and Asin Central Constituency Secretary Sadiq Bruni Yabua over allegations of anti-party conduct. This decision came after a high-stakes meeting with the party's national executives, the Functional Executive Committee, and the Asin Central executives.
The meeting focused on the withdrawal of Niren Shaibu Mijima from his position as the party's Asin Central parliamentary candidate due to allegation of immoral behavior and anti-party activities. Mijima's suspension followed an investigation by the NDC Central Regional Functional Executive Committee into complaints against him, including accusations of impregnating the wife of the party's Asin Central General Secretary. However, after a recent meeting at the party's headquarters in Accra, NDC General Secretary Fifi Kwete declared that the letter originating from the Secretariat of the Central Region NDC purporting to withdraw the candidacy of Said, the Asin Central candidate, and further suspending his membership of the party is null and void and stands withdrawn. Fifi Kwete also confirmed that Comrade Mijima remains the NDC parliamentary candidate of Asin Central for the upcoming general elections in December 2024. On June 28, the regional FEC initially issued a letter suspending Mijima for 6 months while the Regional Disciplinary Committee reviewed the case. The NDC leadership then summoned the Central Regional Chairman to address concerns that the withdrawal of Mijima's candidacy violated due process.
The national president of the Ghana National Association of Teachers has expressed concern that the proposed introduction of free SHS bill by the Akufo-Addo government is yet another instance of political interference in the country's education system. Reverend Isaac Owusu suggested that the announcement of a new law appears to be politically motivated, driven by the government's fear that a new party might overturn its flagship program.
In an interview with the media in Accra, Reverend Isaac Owusu argued that a new law is unnecessary as the country already has one in place. He questioned the relationship between the proposed bill and existing legislation, asking whether it is going to replace Act 10299, which talks about pre-tertiary education, including secondary education. His comments came after Education Minister Dr. Yaoseh Duchum announced that the Free SHS Bill 2024 would be presented to the Cabinet for debate this week. The proposed bill aims to provide legal backing for free and compulsory senior high school education and introduces several changes to the education system, including the restructuring of junior high school and the elimination of the basic education certificate examination as a prerequisite for SHS admission. Dr. Duchum also mentioned that the BEC would be used solely for school selection purposes rather than as a condition for admission to secondary education. Once passed, the bill would make the SHS completion certificate the first formal certificate any student could obtain in the country, replacing the BEC certification. Reverend Owusu, however, views the bill as another instance of political maneuvering with little genuine concern for education. He urged politicians to keep politics out of educational issues and to rely on experts for guidance and advice, making a passionate plea that when it comes to educational issues, politicians should leave politics out of it and get experts to guide and advise accordingly.
In some international stories, Tunisia is set to conduct a presidential election on October 6th, as confirmed by President Kais Saied's office on Tuesday. It remains uncertain whether Saied would run for a new 5-year term following his initial election in 2019. Said an expert in constitutional matters assumed complete authority over the nation in 2021, governing through decrees after removing the Prime Minister and Parliament, resulting in the imprisonment of many of his adversaries. He successfully implemented a new constitution through a referendum in 2022, establishing a presidential system alongside a parliament with restricted powers.
A statement from Saied's office on July 2nd, 2024 announced the summoning of voters for the upcoming presidential election scheduled for Sunday, October 6, 2024. The political turmoil triggered by its power consolidation has had a significant impact on Tunisia's economy, with a 15% unemployment rate and approximately 4 million citizens out of the country's 12 million population living in poverty. Furthermore, a crackdown on media has led to the prosecution of over 60 journalists, lawyers, political opponents, as reported by the National Union of Tunisian Journalists. In a surprising move in May, Saied replaced the Interior and Social Affairs ministers following a series of arrests targeting human rights activists. Efforts to secure a $2 billion loan from the International Monetary Fund has been at a standstill since the power seizure in 2021, as Saied has refused to implement the reforms requested by the organization. However, in June, the European Investment Bank unveiled grants and loans totaling 450 million euros to support infrastructure projects and small to medium-sized enterprises. The crisis has prompted thousands of Tunisians to embark on dangerous boat journeys across the Mediterranean in search of better opportunities in Europe.
And now in sports, the Yellow and Moves outfit and Amoako have agreed to terminate their existing contract on mutual grounds on Tuesday, with the player becoming a free agent. The highly rated defender joined Mediama 2 seasons ago from Ashanti Gold SC following the miners' demotion to the lower leagues.
The 25-year-old right back played a total of 33 matches for Medeama across 2 seasons in the Ghana Premier League, scoring 1 goal in the process. Amoako was instrumental for Takwa Bay's club when they won the Ghana Premier League title in the 2022-2023 campaign, where he made 20 appearances and provided 5 assists. He featured for Medeama 5 times in the CAF Champions League, starting 4 of them. Asante Kotoko and Aduana Stars are currently chasing for the signature of the former Ghana national team player ahead of the upcoming season.
And that is how we bring the bulletin to an end. Our website www.benamultimedia.com has more news. My name is Sherifatu Ayuba. Enjoy the rest of our programs.